Welcome to D&D podcast of Legends of Vertraer, Argo's Ascension, episode 5. We'll do a little recap of episode 4 for everybody. With the party last time, you found yourselves in the aftermath of a very clear, as an absolute slaughter, a bloodbath, when you managed to trail some tracks and find some leading off stray blood trails to a clearing where Arthur unfortunately found a mass grave of many human soldiers and civilians alike. You, in the same area where you found this mass grave, you also found a young child who, name I do remember, it's here. Oren, that's it, Oren. Arthur's on it.
I did not threaten that child a lot.
Yes, you did threaten him a lot. You found Oren, who told you that he didn't quite see much, but he heard shouting and fighting and voices as he was trapped underneath a overturned cart.
He's an orphan.
He's an orphan now. You proceeded to make your way with Oren when you encountered a strange looking snake, sort of like the upper half of a woman, lower half of a snake, long hair, and like neat military style, like leathered gear and armour and stuff. She ordered you all to hand over the scroll that you've been carrying on your way to the Elven Kingdom, but you refused to give it to her, and a battle ensued when 3 of her mechanical soldiers made their way out of the forest, and it was quite clear that these 3 mechanical soldiers did not look like the regular metal men that you've been fighting up until this point. They looked different. One of them was a lot bigger and sort of taller and bulkier with various mechanical parts hanging off of his back. Another one of them looked a bit more skinnier and sleek. And as the battle ensued, Thomas managed to get the killing blow on one of them. But we currently find ourselves at mid-battle after Karl and Cleetus' and Thomas's ridiculous attempt to throw Karl over a mountain.
That's slander.
Yeah, ridiculous in your opinion.
Dex.
Ridiculous in my opinion, yes. He was thrown into a tree and managed to break his leg. So,
Which I think that's actually really successful in the sense that, you know, who gets thrown head first at a tree and breaks their leg? Like,
You're not wrong there.
it's the way he landed. But this is where we find ourselves currently. This is where we left off last time, so will the party survive?
Yes.
Who knows?
No.
We'll have to watch and find out.
Arthur, it looks like it's going bad. Just whip out the scroll, read it, and destroy it.
If you're joining us for the first time, we'll go around and introduce our wonderful players here at the table. We'll start with, on the left side of, on my left here.
Changing it this time.
Changing it up, we'll start on my left.
This is all random.
Let's give everyone a chance to introduce themselves and their characters.
So, my name is Sam. I am playing Arthur Valbirith, who is a human noble, and he is the fighter warlock of the group.
Good job.
Did good, didn't I?
Yeah, first time.
Shows.
I'm Thomas Krayt, Draken. Played by Kris.
Not so easy, is it?
Is that? I just added some flair to it, okay?
You guys are cheap like you can read.
I am a gem dragonborn paladin. He's got real anger issues, and he worships a very dark death god.
That anger
Very
issues
nice.
if I had jewels for nipples.
I'm worried you're going to try and steal them, to be honest.
Do they chafe?
I have to
No, they're really embedded in there.
He has to shine them every day. I am Ryan Blumpton.
He
I'm
shines
a
them.
halfling rogue, and I am played by Matt. That is what was going through my head. I'm like, no, Brian is the real person. Matt is the character. Matt is the
I
character.
mean, the way you act, I can believe it.
He's,
Yeah,
method,
sure.
he's method acting, okay?
I'm method.
Oh, the way you walk upstairs, you feel like you hear the word Blumpton, you're like, makes sense. He looks like a Blumpton.
Why does Blumpton remind me of the word Blumpkin?
This is very similar. That's all
Yes,
It's one
it's
literal
called English.
You're Blumpkin.
Yes.
I'm Kirby. I'm playing Karl Banjo, the redneck tiefling, who's playing as a sorcerer.
Question, did you actually
Last-
say
That's way too quick.
And
That's a friend.
last of all,
I'm not ready. My name is Brandon. I play a character called Cleetus Banjo. I am the bard of the group, very irresponsible, unwillingly stupid.
But you're a tiefling.
Oh yes. No, well, that actually does matter. Okay. And I'm a tiefling, fire resistant, and germophobic.
And as always, I am your dungeon master.
Hi,
One
Dungeon
and
Master.
only.
Yeah, you are.
I dungeon master.
His class is God complex. His weakness is that he has a God complex.
Weaknesses on magnets.
Every dungeon master has a god complex.
Slight inclines are also a weakness for you.
Yeah, slight inclines are also a weakness, but that's where we left off last time. So we'll jump back in. We'll pick up where we left off at the beginning of a new round with Arthur going first of all.
Is it Arthur's turn?
Arthur is top of the initiative, yeah.
Oh, right, let's go.
Shake
Right, so
him.
if I remember
Shake him.
last time I tried to attack him, I absolutely whiffed it. So I'm going to try it again. So
Why have you got inspiration?
I don't know. What did I get inspiration for? I don't know why I've got that.
I feel like I should have inspiration too.
No, you don't.
Did I actually have inspiration? I can't remember.
Apparently you do.
I think it was Karl. I think Cleetus
Oh,
used his
Bardic
last spell slot
Bardic
on you, yeah,
Inspiration,
which
yes.
is a D6 to add to an ability
That
roll
was
or
it.
saving throw of some kind.
Right, so...
It's an attack roll, saving throw, or ability
yeah,
check.
that's right.
And you can choose to roll it after you roll the dice, but before I tell you the outcome.
Did I already use Hex-based Curse on that enemy, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
So he's still got
It's
that
still,
on.
yeah, because it's
so
concentration,
on there.
right?
Cool, so I'm just going to...
And then just continuously, shamelessly plug the potential merch.
Yeah, that's nice.
Coming soon, potentially, somewhere
so
near you.
disinterested in that.
No, I'm concentrating, that's why.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah,
tell.
nice,
You can tell.
nice.
Yeah, that's good. Right, so I think I'm going to use Booming Blade on this guy. So
Go for it. What does Blooming Blade do? What does it look like
Booming
for those that are
Blade.
new to D&D?
Yep, so Booming Blade. So I'm going to sheath my sword in like a purplish light.
Thank you.
I'm going to write, like, before that actually, before it gets sheathed in light, I'm kind of like write a quick like little...
Runic.
Yeah, it's like a little runic writing with my finger, a little purple hue on my fingertip. And then the blade glows with like a purplish hue. Hue? And then...
Who does this?
Who? So the actual spell does the brandish the weapon. You brandish the weapon using the spellcasting and make them melee attack against one creature within 5 feet of you. On hit, the target suffers the weapon's attack normal effects and then becomes sheathed in a booming energy until the start of your next turn. If the target willingly moves 5 feet or before then, the target takes 1d8 thunder damage when the spell ends. So
Cool. If it willingly moves, yeah?
if it
So should you just move backwards after you've attacked it?
No,
The creature would get opportunity of
yeah,
attack against him if he does.
opportunity attack. So I'm going to use my action.
Celestial.
That was the booming effect.
Thanks to the wonderful update to D&D Beyond before you do this, you can all see who is next in the initiative, so just beware of where you are and prepare your turns.
Cool. Right, so I'm going to roll the attack. So, oh, I actually hit. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
22
Is
hits.
that a natural 20?
No, it's not. No, it's
No?
17 plus 5.
Cool.
So I'm going to roll my damage.
Before you go through the attack, I will remind everybody, don't forget, you all have your dice, your fate dice, don't forget, we have a homebrew mechanic rule.
Don't tempt us.
We have a homebrew mechanic rule where each of the players get a guaranteed natural 20 on. They get it once for the whole campaign, and the way it works is if they use it, they burn it and expend it, and then in return I get to impose a natural 1 on one of you, on whoever uses it. So you each have that in the bank.
It'd be really crap
When
if
you wanna
it
use?
could be you could do it on anyone, so you just do it on Thomas. We all do it, but he's the only one that gets it.
I keep note of who's used it and who hasn't. So
And there'll be a tracker.
and there's the tracker. Cool. Yes, it does.
Right,
You hit
I'm
him
going
with
to
a
roll,
sword.
I'm gonna roll damage.
Roll the damage.
So it's the D10, so I'm using 2 hands.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Full damage.
Full damage,
So that
nice.
is 11 damage.
11 damage. Nice to the
Oh,
head.
actually, no,
Yeah.
it's not full damage. I've realised it's more of a D10, not a D8. But yeah, it's 11 damage.
11 damage.
I'm really excited that you can tell.
11 damage. Cool. So yeah, you has it. Look, when you swing the sword down, it's kind of the creature that you're attacking. It's taller than you. It's bulkier than you. It's bigger than you. It's a big creature. It's a large creature. It's kind of picture the metalmen that you've seen before. It's kind of got the wide, broaded shoulders, domed head. It's more like a semicircle. You know. Like the Hulkbuster
just
style
thinking Hulkbuster.
helmet, yeah. It's not quite that big, but that's the kind of shaped head it has. No neck. It's more got these like big bulbous top of its arms. Its upper body is smaller than its lower.
You kind of give me robotic vibes.
Very similar, yeah. These big like things hanging off its back. Well, previously it did drop these small mechanical creatures off of its back as well. So as you go to hit him with a sword, you
two-handed, just looking up to him, the other little grin is like, I got you. And I just take a swing vertically.
Yeah, so you catch it straight down the middle of its chest, and this creature doesn't make no audible noise, but you all distinctly hear the metal clashing steel blade as you slice down the creature's chest.
As I've slashed it as well, so it leaves like a little residue as well.
Yeah, there's like a little purpley residue in the cuts and scratches and scratches that you've marked down this creature's chest, and you can see it's kind of, now you've marked it, it was kind of it's a good hit as well, so I'll say you can see inside the creature's chest there's like a glowing aura within this creature's chest.
So what man's that? You just see a hamster wheel.
Just running furiously in place.
On top of that, I'm going to use my bonus action second wind because I took a big hit before that. So I'm going to roll a d10. So I heal 4 damage.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, your second wind that you heal during combat, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, so 4 heal.
Is that everything from Arthur?
Yeah. I mean, could I potentially kind of get behind him without?
You could move round him as long as you don't leave his threatened area. You could move round him, yeah. You could like skirt your way around him.
Yeah, I want to do that. So I'm gonna move myself. Like,
I mean, he'd be able to move on his turn and face you, but you could.
Actually, I just realised where Minerva is. So I'm gonna cancel.
You're gonna just stay where I am. Yeah, no problem.
Do it,
okay. Karl Banjo.
Right. So I'm gonna try and help Arthur out there.
Yep.
And I'm gonna attack the heavy with a magic missile.
Yeah, go for it.
3 of them.
3 magic missiles. They just hit, so.
Yeah. So get fucked. So that is 5, 10, 12 damage.
12 damage.
Nice.
So yeah, you see. How does it look like when you cast magic missile, Karl?
Just thinking.
I'm trying to think of a cool way to do it. It's sexual.
Keep it PG-13.
No, because he's a sorcerer, he just kind of just like throw. No, what he does. Because he's done this before.
He's done this before.
I just remembered. Out of nowhere, he just conjures this like shadowy looking rocket launcher. Pops it down, goes down on one knee.
Please go down on one knee. You're already laying on the
You got a
floor.
broken leg.
With his sword, just like
Just rolls over.
to the other leg.
and launches out there, splits into 3 missiles.
They like twirl around each other like as they fly through the air. Nice. Yeah, like you see Arthur as this magical energy comes flying towards you and the heavy as it kind of like spirals through the air around each other, and they boom, boom, boom into the creature's back, and it stumbles over in front of you, cracks open the sort of pods and machines that hang off this creature's back. It looks very injured now as it's kind of stumbles forward, kind of catching its the momentum of these things hitting it.
I turn around to Karl and I just kind of go, nice. I give him a little thumbs up. Good shot.
Anything else? Bonus actions, movement. Don't forget, because of your broken leg, you are limited to half movement.
There's one behind a tree. I don't think I have anything that I can.
That's the point, the tree's still burning.
The tree is still burning.
Maybe move away from the burning tree.
We're tieflings, we've got fires.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
We're actually
got
safe
no
for the tick.
I've got no other actions.
No? Nothing?
No, that's
Not a problem.
real quick and easy.
Any bonus actions for spell slot recovery, stuff like that, before I move on?
I can use sorcery points. I don't know if I have any sorcery points still. No, I'll just leave it.
No? Cool. Next, big ol' paladin dragonborn. You are currently pinned. Your movement is 0,
I
thanks
have
to the
to.
scout's pinning strike.
It's not nice when somebody pins you, eh?
I actually kind of like it.
Let's force feed him beer.
You are
You got
currently
reach.
pinned to the ground thanks to
Okay,
its
obviously I've got
pinning strike.
my rank. My
Yeah, it does. It costs an
Yeah,
action
I
to
know,
free yourself from that.
I can't exactly get out of it without doing it, can I?
No. It just costs you. It costs you. The whole mechanic is that it forces you to cost your action.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously I do that.
Yeah. Use your action
I
to free
grumbly.
yourself from the rope.
Can I
that's
kick
pinned you.
the rope at it and just like in the
I mean,
process.
you can just the whole action is you freeing your leg from this. It's kind of like the weapon was like 2 balls and a string that's thrown to wrap someone up. It's like that, but it came from like a splitted arrow that, as it flew towards you, it kind of shing out in two, and
So
that's
if I
what
rip
wrapped
it
around
out
your
of
leg
the
and
ground,
into the ground.
Well, I still got the pointy bits on it.
Yeah,
It's called Ballad.
Yeah. So can I just throw it back at it?
you've already used your action to free yourself. No, you get one action. You get one action. Mechanic of the game, you get one action. Movement, bonus actions.
Okay, so I'm free, yeah?
You're free.
Okay. Can I bonus action flip? No, I'm not doing that. Can I move? The scout is locked in on me, right?
He got down on one knee, kind of. You see, before he took his arm, they kind of came out in front
But
of
is he
him.
looking directly at me? Is what
Yes.
I'm asking.
Just charge at him.
I can't. I'm too far away, and then I can't attack when I get to him. And I've got.
You're in range.
I can't attack though.
You can't attack, but you can get in range.
No, you can get up to him. Yeah, you can get up to him. Absolutely
My
fine.
point
Get up to him and
is I've
stare.
got currently, if I'm remembering correctly, I've got a spell charged on concentration. So if they hit me, it goes away.
Yeah, but they could hit you from range
Well,
anyway. so
no.
it doesn't
If
go
they
up.
hit you, you have to make a concentration check to keep the spell up. That's how concentration spells work.
I know, but I don't want to be I want to be able to move in and attack at the same shot.
Just say you want to be a wuss about that.
Basically, I'm just going to move up to whereabouts Brian is.
Brian's in the tree, so you can go to underneath the tree
Yeah,
where Brian
I'll
is.
be underneath and behind the tree. I'm hoping it's a thick tree.
Yeah, it's kind of a big tree, so you can get sort of underneath the tree's brambles there, and you are now closer to the scout. Yeah.
Yeah.
The scout doesn't look like he has any melee weapons on him
I
apart
don't
from a
want it
little
to have
dagger.
a direct line of sight.
No, yeah, he's got a little dagger on his waist that you can see, but the only other weapon you can see is the big mechanical kind of like crossbow thing that came out of his arms.
My intention is that the trees act as cover at the moment.
Oh, okay, so yeah, okay, if that's the case, yeah, you want to duck down behind the tree. I'll give you half cover, which is an extra. I think half cover is 1 or 2 to your AC.
Yeah, that's the
it's not a
intention.
rule I
Is I want to
use.
use the tree as cover for a round, or from the next attack sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a +2 to your AC. So while you're behind the tree, you've got a +2 to your AC.
Very nice.
I'm not just an idiot.
Yeah, the
No, it's
tree's
fine,
gonna
it's good.
do your pain.
Bonus actions of any kind?
I'm gonna just stick my hand out quickly. And
Yeah, you can free action piss him off. Would be the brute's turn, but it's dead. So we go to Brian.
Yay! Right.
You are currently, if I remember rightly from my notes here, we put it as you're about 10 foot up in the tree.
Just jump down and go.
I kind of do when it. So.
Use your spatula.
That sounds specific though.
Yeah, you're about 10 foot up in the tree.
So
No,
I
assassin's
essentially, there is a scout there. Will I be able to jump down from the tree and just dig my daggers into his
Sure, if you jump down from the tree, I'll give you advantage on the attack.
And
Make
and that'd be a stealth attack as well.
would be a stealth attack, yeah.
For his eyes.
So
yeah, one in each.
Yeah.
you'll get advantage from the stealth.
Go across.
You'll get advantage from the stealth anyway.
Okay.
So roll the attack with advantage. But first of all, because you're jumping down out of the tree, just make an athletics check for me.
Are you gonna join Karl?
Your mortal enemy.
This is just see how gracefully you land after if you do hit him.
Or just tumble out of the tree? Or snaps.
That's a 17, right?
What?
Athletics check, not a save, just a straight check.
9.
9. 9's not great, but
No.
make the attack roll for me, and I'll describe what happens after you make the attack roll.
Yeah, 9 4.
No, it's a 4. I'm sure it's a 7.
4. Definitely a 4.
Uh, make the attack roll with advantage because you get your sneak attack on him.
Okay. 17 plus 5, so 22.
That will hit, yeah?
Yeah.
So you see, so roll the damage. So you see all of a sudden from nowhere, you see the kind of rustling in the trees. There's just the little Brian halfling just comes jumping down out of the tree. You manage to see you've got like these, you like conjure these daggers, don't you? They're not like physical daggers, you conjure them, right?
They appear in my hands.
Yeah. You conjure these daggers, into the back of the creature, like behind its, behind like the plating on its, like the top of its shoulders. You deck the daggers in. Again, makes no audible scream of pain, but it's more just like a as it freezes
Can
up.
it be the don't send error that comes up in Windows?
His eyes kind of blue screen. Yeah, as you see, you manage to get the attack on the creature. So roll the damage.
6.
It's D4 for each dagger, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Because you get to do it. Because you get 2 attacks, don't you?
Yes. Okay, so 6, 9, 11.
11 damage. Nice. So you see.
Currently, we're just stuck in its eyes.
So you see, yeah, as you manage to, like, you do the, you know, like the kind of like pirate movie thing where they scrape down the sail with a dagger. You kind of scrape down its back with these daggers as you go down, and you hit the floor, but you don't land prone. But visually, yeah, you kind of like bottom down on your bum when you touch down its back. Not low enough to completely fumble, but not high enough that it looked cool. It was more just like you fell out of the tree on it.
I felt cool.
Yeah, you felt cool. That's the important thing.
That's
Brian.
the main thing.
All that matters.
Next is the scout. You see, Brian comes out of the tree, and now it is the scout's turn. So he is currently, his movement is 0 because of his pinning strike ability. And yeah, all he can really do is go for a whip with you with his little dagger, because that's all he's really got on him at that range. He rolled a natural 1.
Stab himself in the face.
It's as you come down the dagger as you come out of the tree, he kind of catches you last minute as you scrape down his back, and because his arms, maybe it's because both of his arms are combined into this like big crossbow weapon, he doesn't manage to separate them in time to get the dagger off of his waist to attack you, so completely fumbles his attack, and you see his arms kind of unfold from each other as he goes for his dagger, but you've caught him in the back and he's kind of already on one knee anyway. He's in an awkward position for close range combat. This creature does not look like it's any good at any close range fighting.
It's just not any good. Full stop.
It was originally a washing machine and
he's not gonna move or anything, so because he doesn't want to.
He's only there for conscription.
Now it's the heavy's turn.
Oh.
You see Arthur as this large creature in front of you. It's got this kind of like big double-handed war hammer in its hand, and it is just gonna. It's gonna just pathetic as it boom, tries to whack this hammer down on top of you, and that's gonna be a.
That's 20.
You
keep it nervous.
Does a 17 hit you?
Oh, just about hits it.
Oh, yeah. So maybe does Arthur have a shield? He doesn't, does he?
No.
So you just with a hammer down, and it manages to you attempt to duck it, but it manages to kind of sideswipe you as it comes down. So now I'm going to roll damage on his hammer.
Oh, my armor class is 17. That's so annoying. I've got no reaction to anything.
Mike, can you not use your inspiration on saving throw or something like that?
That weren't a saving throw. It's just a straight attack against him.
You got the magic dice.
what was that you said about plus?
Oh, really quick. Sorry.
reaction.
Actually, sorry. 1 second. +2 damage to him. I just realised that it's got Hexblade Curse in it. I forgot to add +2 damage to him.
Okay, you didn't add that to the thing. That's fine.
That makes a difference, but
Like he's still hitting you. He's still hitting you hard.
He's still hitting you hard because he is still alive. But yeah, I'm going to roll damage on his attack. That's.
it's not like how many dice he's rolling.
That's 9 damage total. Was he just this big warhammer smacks you, catches you in the side? Yeah, it just hits the ground.
It's a big warhammer,
Like-
but the end of it just made of foam.
It's marshmallow.
Yes, it just catches you on the side.
No, it's cotton candy, just spit on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna look at his bonus action.
Yeah, it's one of those squeaky hammers.
Cleetus, you better.
So what he's going to manage to do this turn.
Thank God.
He kind of slams the hammer into the ground next to you. Next, so on his turn, on the end of his turn, the 3 little creatures that he kind of dropped off of his back before take their turns now as well, and they are all of them are gonna.
Go protect their heavy.
All of them are swarming towards this way.
No, they're not.
They
No,
are.
they're not. There's a wall there.
Why did the wall just move?
Because I accidentally clicked the wall, so they cannot get up to you.
Why have I got squirrels coming in?
So as you see, these little These little mechanical creatures, they're probably about a foot tall, but they've just got like sharp taloned claws as they all come at you, and because there is more than 2 of them, they get to have an attack on you, and they get with advantage because they get pack tactics.
I'm so glad.
Oh, thank God they're friends.
Oh no. I'm so lucky.
You're lucky because I use minion rules, and minions can't get critical hits, but I did roll a natural 20. So they don't get it, but because they do hit you, they get to do 3 damage. They get to do 3 damage dice because there's 3 of them at the minute.
They're coming for your nuts.
Oh god, he's getting out all the D6s.
Karl, I got a bunch of squirrels.
Throw noses at them.
That's 3,
Give 'em
4,
your
5,
nuts.
6, that's 7 points total as these creatures kind of just swarm you and are all like clawing at you, just like sharpened metal talons coming at your ankles as you take 7 damage, please.
Yeah, I'm a bot with fuck all reactions.
Wait, don't you have the reprisal?
I've used it already.
You've used it.
Also, I've used everything already.
I think you used it on Minerva, didn't you?
Yeah.
She did something.
You just spit on them.
Touch me.
Throw noses at them.
Can your brother do anything?
Thanks, Tom.
Love you.
No,
Yeah. So you see these little mechanical they're just like swarming around you at the bottom there.
All these fucking things are getting at me. I don't like it. They're touching me.
Get the shotgun.
Cleetus, it's your turn.
Get the shotgun.
I'm swatting
Yeah, they're all just like shit. Yeah.
Don't fucking touch me! I'm trying to cause hellish rebuke, but it's just like a. it's like nothing. It's like.
Yeah, just like crackling, smoldering.
Karl, help me!
Cleetus, it's your turn.
Fucking.
I would say minion rules. I'm going to tell you now. Just so you know, minion rules is they don't have a lot of health. I use minion rules in a sense of they automatically fail saving throws and stuff like that. Where they take half damage, they don't take half damage for saving throw stuff. They're more of a nuisance than a big threat. So minion rules.
Don't you have like a melee attack? You can just like punch one.
Checking.
You can unarmed strike them if you don't have a melee weapon.
Just boot them.
Yeah, boot them.
Do you have a dagger or anything?
Belly flop them. Belly flop them.
One, 3 of them go with it.
Take their noses.
Smother them.
Special ability.
Yes. Okay. So I'm fucking sick of y'all. Y'all just pissing me off. So I go for like I grab my dagger.
Yep.
And I grab one of these things.
Yeah. You want to just get it with a dagger? Yeah. Roll the attack.
That's your own.
So you can't pick it up, but you can like be stabbing at them with the daggers. Yeah. So go for the dagger because
Can I try and grapple it?
that would be your action. So you wouldn't be able to attack.
I want to get their noses.
Because the way I do minion rules is that you can. The way that minion rules work in this is that you do over damage. So if you do enough damage to kill one of them, the leftover damage rolls onto another
So
one.
regroup. I've got a sling. Can I try and get all 3 of them with one throw of a sling?
Close ranged, it would be disadvantaged to attempt it with a sling.
If I take a stuck out, throw it down.
Sling is a ranged weapon, so it's disadvantaged because they're all within
It's
close
technically
enough
rope.
ranged of you.
Well, if you
Rope can tie things up.
if you try kick number 1 into number 3,
It's a rock bomb. Can I bowl with it?
Strike,
Okay. Look at these things.
or you can just go at them with the dagger as their.
So that big rock is next to me.
Yep.
So it's big enough for me to pick it up. It's not too heavy to.
No,
pick
it's
up.
too big for you to pick
No,
up.
Imagination.
No, it's too big for you.
So I look
It's
around.
almost as big as you.
I look around next to the boulder, which you can't see on the map. There's a small, perfectly round.
There's a rock. Yes, I'll say there is a rock that you can like smash one of them with.
So,
Yeah.
I take.
Call it an improvised weapon.
Yeah. So I grab like you little fuckers. And I get my little knife out and carve 3 holes in the rock.
Oh my god.
And I say, Karl, hold my drink, brother. Watch this.
Get to my
And I swing, and I just huck it with all my might.
Make an improvised weapon attack. Yeah.
Please, if you get this, I'll
So it's
wing back to
D20.
Karl.
We'll call it plus your strength mod.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Plus strength. I think it doesn't even matter at this point.
We'll call it. This is a boulder. We'll call it a D6 of damage.
D6.
Can we make the noises like we bowling?
I can try. Damn, nice.
6. Yeah. So the first one, you brought this massive rock as it just boom, tumbles through the first one of them. It kind of smashes it into pieces, and you do damage into the second one. So yeah, that's one of them completely dead.
Clean up lane 1.
Okay, so for my bonus action, I lean over and I go,
Pick up a spare.
and I take its nose.
You pick up the spade.
I said it first.
Yeah, as my bonus action, can I pick up the spear?
No.
Come on. What happens on a roll call?
One of them is completely demolished by this rock, but it loses most of its momentum after tearing its way through the first one. Does some damage to the one behind it, and they kind of just like there's like one of them like scattered in pieces on the floor. Bonus action: you can take the nose of the one you killed.
We said his nose!
Anything else on your turn?
Adding it to my
The mine is called Robo Weasel Nose.
Yeah. Okay. Next is Minerva. She's looking at what's going on around. And
Oh, did you see that?
So did you just make a bowling ball?
Well done, brother. Well done.
yeah, she's looking at what's going on around, and she's just gonna.
Is she a fan of bowling?
You don't know. You can see she's kind of looking around, and she's stood very kind of like nonchalantly, arms like, just like looking at what's going on. You are who I was saying. Oh, this is a waste of my time. You are all of you beneath me. Give me the scroll that I came here for, as she is going to.
Only if you asked nicely.
Forget the combat. Can we just do a bowling match?
She's had sass. I didn't want to give it to her. She was too sassy.
She's going to. I tell you what she's going to do actually. She is going to walk forward this way.
She can't walk.
She can't walk.
She slithers. Okay, she slithers forward.
Jeez,
and she's just.
Oh, she's crying out.
My immersion.
And from the top.
She just went down into the dirt.
She walks. Forget she can't walk. Falls over.
Yeah, she tries to walk and fall over. She kind of looks like she's enjoying herself.
Something's pulling her.
Harder, daddy.
Hold on, 'cause I just.
That's what you usually do. Finish her off. Pull her hair.
She's looking at everyone around. She's walking towards you all.
No, slithering.
Yeah.
She's slithering towards you all, and Arthur. Now she's got a better spot on you. She can see you look like you've done some
handsome
real
man.
damage to her
Arthur.
biggest boy. And she's gonna throw a firebolt at you. She's just had enough of you all as she's kind of slithering, swirling this spell where she just. And this firebolt comes towards you.
Question: aren't you kind of behind the heavy at the moment?
Yeah, she moved.
That's why she's moved down.
Yeah, she can see me now.
She can see him now.
Just about.
That's probably gonna miss. That's 4. Is it 9?
Nope.
No, yeah, so you see she kind of conjures this firebolt and maybe it's not so much that she misses, but more because you've got the sword out and you're sort of mid-battle with this big creature, you kind of like this
slash it
sings
away.
off the
Yes.
blade. She's just, you are all of this beneath me.
Minerva, performance issues.
From behind the burning bushes, you see me go.
Ascending. I don't
As we go to the top of the round, and at the top of the round, I am going to expand the fire out that's on this tree.
Karl.
Karl,
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Karl,
You're gonna want to move.
Yeah, no, he's
you are
fine.
going to take a d6 fire damage.
Oh god.
One.
Resistance.
Yeah,
I'm
just
pervious.
Yeah.
We're born on
Resistance halves it, so you take none because I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. So you
You
heal.
take no damage. Yeah.
Reheal yourself.
Top of the round. Yeah.
It actually gives
If
you
anything,
more
he's
health.
just got a slight tan.
Yeah. It's getting nice and toasty there. By the way, next
Hold
to
that,
that tree.
Marshall.
Just like Mama used to make it.
Arthur, your turn again.
So I'm going to notice that obviously Minerva's throwing that fireball at me, so I'm going to kind of skirt around the strong heavy guy, so I'm a little bit out of her sight again.
Yeah, you're trying to.
Obviously staying in range.
Yeah. No, you can stay in its threatened range, but use the space around it. as
Yeah,
you
that's
fight
right,
this
that's right.
creature.
Just
And then-
sidestepping.
And then I'm just going to use booming blade again. So this, I'm just going to say my sword's still sheathed in.
Yep.
And I'm just going to take another swipe there.
Yeah. Go another swipe for it. Go for
Let's
it.
go.
Swiping, no swiping.
Oh, that was so close to a critical there.
Don't forget, if you need to, you can add your bardic inspiration dice that you
I need
have.
to. I was so close to a crit then.
Could use your natural
plus
20.
No, not that.
Do it.
23.
23 hits.
So it's with two.
Please say the next words I want to hear. How do you want this to go? Please say it.
Roll damage.
Dice with it back up.
Is that how you give it to
Yeah,
you?
roll that. Fuck no.
So that is 10 damage in total. That's including the hex blade.
Say it.
How do you want to do this?
Let's go!
Noticing from Karl's attack earlier, I've noticed there's kind of like a weak spot. It's like midsection sort of thing. So Arthur notices that,
You can see this kind of glowing hue from inside the creature.
Kill
You
the
cracked it
hamster.
open.
and then it just kind of like does a lunge into that little gap.
Yes, you nice. The sword in, like it. So yeah, you lunge the sword into this creature, and you can see it was going to go for another. It's got like the hammer above its head, ready to come in as you, and it just stops, and it as it kind of just it lets go of the hammer and drops it, and it just. You know, the kind of like as you pull the sword out, it just and it boom, drops onto the floor next to you. This shattered creature on the ground. Yes.
DM Thomas Master.
What?
Can we play Chitauri rules?
Chitauri rules?
Well,
No, you don't get
The
Chitauri
heavy's
rules.
the mothership, surely.
You don't get
So we
Chitauri
kill the
rules.
mothership, so all the little ones die.
You don't get Chitauri rules.
I
No.
want that, please.
No, you don't get Chitauri
It
rules.
was worth it.
And then
Yeah.
as this strong heavy falls to its death, I'm just kind of like point my sword towards Minerva and says, "You're next."
Oh, threatening her.
Please.
Yeah. Go for it. Cool. Anything else?
Grab its nose, please.
Movement, bonus
I
actions.
grab his nose.
Bonus action. I've told you before, these things don't have noses. They're like Iron Man faceplates.
He carves a little chip out where it's so should
Little
be.
triangles missing there.
They're like Iron Man faceplates. It's just eye holes and a mouth slit.
Sound effect as well.
Movement bonus actions at all.
He throws the nose to me.
I'm kind of.
Hell of
How-
a throw.
He's a strong man, I believe in him.
Kills the other.
You just land one of the other little things.
I'm going to stay where I am actually because I might use the heavy. How big is this heavy now? Even though it's falling down.
It's falling down to the ground. It's probably up to like your midsection.
So I'm going to stay there. Can I use
Hide
half
behind the
cover?
corpse.
You can get 1/4 cover, which is 1 to your AC.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
You've got 1 to your AC then.
Yeah, I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay.
So I'm assuming Minerva's.
Sorry, so you've just gone. I will destroy you.
Kind of like you lot, what, dropping down to 1 knee?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Karl.
Karl realised he does have sorcery points, and he's gonna.
And he's going to use them.
As my bonus action, I'm going to use a sorcery point to give myself an extra spell slot, which I'm going to immediately spunk off with a, what do you call it? Magic missile.
Yep.
So with an extra dot, because it's a slightly higher level.
Magic missile sponsored by BAE
So I'm going
Systems.
straight.
Are you going to move it all?
No, I'm going to go straight from Minerva
Yep.
with 4 magic missiles.
Go for it.
Yeah.
3, 1, 3, 2.
Oh, give me. Shut up.
He only has the one brain cell, he needs to think.
13 damage.
13 damage.
Same kind of thing.
Karl, how did you do that? You only got 10 fingers.
He started counting on his toes.
10. I know I'm magic. 11, 12, 15.
So it just calls over. Give me action figures.
So yeah, you do 13 damage.
How do you want this done?
No. 13 damage ain't enough. So you see, this is the first time any of you have got a successful attack on her, by the way.
But didn't he get a
Hellish Rebuke, yeah, but he got
He did
Hellish
magic missile
Rebuke.
last time as well.
Yeah, his magic missile last time was countered. So you see, when you hit her for the first time with his magic missile, she's not looking at you, she's more distracted with Arthur. And when you hit her with these magic missiles, they go in and hit her back. And when they explode, she takes the damage when they explode into her. And you can see, as she turns around, she's got her, was it 4 you shot her?
4.
She's got 4 holes in her chest, and you can see like water starts dripping out of them.
2 as well.
Water starts dripping out of them with like sludges of snow as they drip out of her. She starts kind of falling apart, like
Fake lady.
she takes the damage and just sort of turns around, like head over her shoulder, like you Fools.
He's a snowman. Snow woman.
Thomas.
Not going to move that the
How
fire.
close to her am I? How close to Minerva am I?
Everyone to the fire.
You are probably about 35 foot.
So I could move. My movement speed's 30 foot, right? Surely. Yeah, 30
Things
foot.
are starting.
So I can.
I'd say you could. I'd give you the last 5 feet. You could
Yeah.
get to her.
Oh, thank you very much, kindly, Dungeon Master. Worship.
Rule of cool. I'd say you could get to her.
Okay, I'm just going to charge the 30
Yeah, we
foot
wouldn't
out, like full force.
It's diagonal, so it's a bit hit and miss. But yeah, I'll say you can get to her.
Okay, and I have got my. So I've got 2 things. I've got one thing going at the moment where I've got my.
You've got your concentration spell going, which gives you an extra damage to the if you hit her, right?
Yes.
Sword's kind of going in this like.
So I've got my Searing Smite on.
This, yeah, your axe is like in this like blackened smoke, right? Kind of like black smoke coming off the axe.
And I'm going to do something. I don't know if I'm allowed to do it. It's going to be crazy if I do it.
You can expend a spell slot and do Divine Smite on top of it. By the
that's
way,
what I was
that
gonna
is
do.
how it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can stack them. So you'll do the axe damage, the damage from Searing Smite, and then you can expend a spell slot and do Divine Smite on top
That's
of it.
exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, you can go for it. Roll the attack. And you don't have to spend the spell slot for Divine Smite unless you actually hit her either. Because we're still using 2014 rules, because I'm old school.
My bonus to my attack.
So it's the axe damage. If you hit her, that is, don't
On
forget.
fire spells plus 2. If I get the second
You got to roll to
attack.
hit her first.
Okay.
Oh no.
That's a solid 15.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
What did you roll?
It was cocktail.
Come on.
It was a 2.
If it was cocked against one of the trays,
It did cock against.
then
the
yeah.
lights.
If it's leaning against something, it's not perfect with a number. That's
Okay.
cocked.
So
So
I moved
yeah.
it, rolled the 2.
Reroll it?
Reroll
Yeah. If it's cocked
Roll
against
it in the
something,
tray.
then yeah.
Trade there.
I
What?
know.
No,
I thought you'd tell me off because it was too clangy.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Doesn't want to hurt his dinosaurs.
Exactly. They're special. Like me. 19. Yeah,
19?
I accept that.
Yeah.
Thank God for cocking.
plus whatever your bonus is, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna hit her.
I've got plus 2 on the bonus.
So yeah. So
21.
roll the damage for your
You
axe.
enjoyed that, didn't you?
For cocking.
Nice.
Thank God for cocking.
Roll the axe damage. Roll the axe damage.
I think we've got an episode then.
Because we're going to do this one at a time. We're going to do this one at a time because they're different damage types. So the axe damage is slashing.
Okay, yeah, but that's D12 that is, I believe.
It's a D12.
You cocking good.
So it's a
I've got
D12
D12 plus 3.
Yeah.
So that's my D12 surely.
The smaller looking D20.
Okay. 7 plus 3, so that's 10.
10 plus the divine smite, which is I believe what's your
yeah,
divine smite currently? Is it a D8?
Oh yeah, so it's all the way at the bottom for some reason.
Yeah. So divine smite adds an extra D8. So roll a D8 for the divine smite radiant damage.
That's the 8.
I could do 2d8, so I definitely
Yeah.
could do that.
You do.
Yeah, you can.
I could do 2d8 extra radiant damage.
Oh yeah, no, it says 2d8.
Yeah, so I'm
Divine
going to do
smite,
d8.
make a melee weapon attack. Which will expend.
2d8.
Yeah, expend one spell slot, do extra radiant. Yeah, so it's 2d8 radiant.
I got.
Go for it.
Double
Yeah.
pyramid.
No, that's a 1.
1.
No, that was top. Reroll it.
I got an 8, so that's 9. So
9
19.
radiant damage. It's
So
19
19
damage so
total.
far.
And
Then roll the
now-
necrotic damage for your searing. I believe your searing smite is necrotic damage, right?
Serious Smite. No, it's fire damage.
Fire damage. Then it's a whatever the damage dice is for the
So
fire
it's an
damage.
extra 1d6 for
So it's
that.
1d6 fire damage then.
Yeah.
Because when it's different damage types, I'd like to split them up because some enemies might be resistant to some things and not others.
And it's a 5.
5 damage.
So
Cool.
it's 24 total, I think.
So you see, 10, 9, and 5. So you see as it look when you swing the, because obviously the sword's already engulfed in this the axe is already engulfed in this like black smoke energy, ain't it? So what's it like when you do the divine smite? Does the weapon glow?
So,
what does it do?
When I
with
take
the divine smite? Because you've not used
as
this
it
yet.
comes down, the very edge of the axe just like ignites to a fiery red with the black
Yeah.
smoke trailing it.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like red hot metal sort of.
Nice. Yeah.
That comes down, so I've sliced into the mother of the snake lady.
Yep.
Sliced into her, like pretty much down her side, across her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got cut across her chest.
Shot at the flank.
And as I do that, I just go, Divine Smite! and black lightning comes down from the sky.
Yeah, your divine smite doesn't come from the sword. It's an extra nice. I like it. Yeah. Oh, I know. I like that descriptively. So rather than it actually coming from the sword, you see this kind of blackened hued. The cloud above you kind of turns black, and it just. It's like blackened lightning strikes the ground. There's no actual. Oh no, I like this descriptively. Yeah, you get this kind of blackened energy come round and like strike the weapon whilst it's mid-attack. And the look in her eye that you see as the weapon goes down, and you can see as the weapon cuts through her chest, she just goes, "See you soon." As the axe slaps through her chest, and you cleave her in twain in two, and the top half kind of slumps to the ground as the rest of her physical form dissolves into snow and slush and water on the ground as she dies. She managed to through this creature. It turns to slush and mush.
So was like the lightning bolt kind of overkill, or
You don't know.
okay, fine.
So yeah, I will tell you now. If you hadn't have done the divine smite on top, she'd probably still be alive. So yeah, you slice the top of this creature open. It kind of you were expecting some resistance when you hit her, but it is just like cutting through snow.
Oh my god, I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, it's like literally like a hot knife through butter. Just
Is it cake?
Those of you that have natural magical abilities, I'll let you roll a free Arcana check if you can discern what just, and I'll give you to see what just happened. Natural magic
Find
abilities.
out that she is cake.
You want it given to you by your paladin god.
5.
An Arcana check.
Pass.
Would I get that?
Ooh.
Can I,
I'd say you would.
can I, as a bonus action, just
No.
it's an important bonus action.
21.
I scoop up a bit of snow.
Bonus action is the divine smite, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just scoop up a bit of snow anyway? That would have been a nose.
Sure. Sure. You can take some of the sludgy snow. The Arcana check from you, Arthur.
Compacted down.
I got a 10. Wait, hold on. Actually, one second. I need to actually check what my
I've been 21.
21.
skills. Is it Arcana? Yeah.
Yeah.
10.
Feel really bad for this.
Mine was 8.
8. I will say you got a 10, you got an 8, you got a 21. I will say, yeah, Cleetus, you will know definitely that you've seen this used before in concerts and performances mainly. You've seen it used kind of...
Cocaine.
you've seen...
Say no to drugs, kids.
Yeah, say no to drugs. You've seen this spell used
please,
before. You would know the spell that was probably used is Simulacrum, which is...
That sounds gross.
Whoever this woman is, this was not the real version of her. This is a magical manifestation copy of her.
Oh God, who knows?
And this spell, you would know that this spell can be cast on yourself, or you can cast it on someone else and make a copy of them. So whoever this is, this was not the real one of this woman. This was a copy.
It was a stunt double.
This was a magical manifestation copy.
Did you all hear the voices in my head, what they were saying?
You would know this. That was just as a free thing.
Can I tell the others?
Go for it. Please.
Free action, you can just, maybe you just a quick little... next would be the brute, but he's dead. Brian!
Oh yeah, I'm still... Yeah, okay. I realised I was still stabbing
Are we just fighting rats at this point?
No, you got the scout left and the
scout's
two little automaton
most
creatures left.
capable of
Yeah.
all the warriors is left with the rats.
I am going to continue to stab at his shit.
Yeah, so you don't get sneak attack anymore because you've jumped out of the tree.
What's attack with finesse? What does that mean?
Does it not say there?
Just says-
it means the type of weapon. It
Yeah,
uses.
so it's a finesse weapon, yeah.
Can we just take one of the robot weasels as a pet?
So for example, the way that D&D weapons work is weapons like a hammer, so you have your damage modifiers, right? Which is whatever you roll plus the damage. So for Arthur, I believe, for your sword it's strength, for an axe it's strength.
Actually, for me, it's something else.
Yeah, for you it is. For example, like a rapier would be a dexterity added weapon because it's more of a skilled weapon than just a
finesse weapon.
Yeah.
So my daggers
would count as a finesse weapon.
Oh,
yeah.
I had extra I could have used earlier. Oh well.
Because they use your dex modifier instead of strength.
I didn't know that. No, I had a sneak attack special I could have used earlier. which adds an extra 2d6.
Well, that would have been nice.
I
I
even
know.
said you had a sneak attack and you didn't add it up.
No, but I didn't realise sneak attack meant sneak attack.
Can we retroactively act?
No, we can't do that.
Can't break.
So I would just continue to hack at his shins with the full power of my anger at the loss of my mind kitchen and wishing it was real.
Quick question: are you still like laying down partially and just going?
No, he's not lying. No, he's just kind of on the ground. So come on, Brian. Roll the damage. Roll to attack. Sorry.
Roll to attack.
This radiant dagger.
Where is my D? So that is 22.
Yeah, 22 hits.
Cool. And I can't get a sneak attack now. Damn
You
it.
don't get sneak attack now because you've jumped
But
out
I
of the tree.
still have my 2 daggers. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Do that again.
Oh, for God's sake.
You roll 1 dexterity.
13.
13 damage. Yeah. So, Brian,
Yes.
how do you want to do this?
I'm essentially still stabbing at his shins. I want him to fall down
his
like
tendons,
it,
yeah?
just timber down. So I'm basically going to cut his tendons.
Yeah.
Basically cut his legs.
So you cut the creature at its ankles, and as you slice the back of its, where it was kind of thrown off by you jumping out of the tree, couldn't get to its dagger, you slice at the creature's ankles as you see the light in its eyes as it kind of falls forward into the dip in the ground and falls down into the slump of the ground as you see the light in its eyes go out. You can see the kind of like the glow in its eyes fade as it just...
There's this image of me with daggers doing that and then picking up his feet.
Anything else, Brian?
Get his nose.
Take his nose.
I feel like...
Nice, Brian, get his nose from it, please.
I feel like I have to get his nose.
Doesn't have a nose. just
I have a
Iron Man
tree.
faceplate
Will you
creatures.
accept a foot?
Oh, just cut a triangle at the face like I have to do.
It's me just playing around with this thing going...
I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's because you're using your thumb.
I
tongue
should
tap is very
move to... I'm saying it's unlikely, but I'll move towards Cleetus Banjo to help him out.
With his rat infestation.
Yeah. Next is the 3 little creatures, so they no longer get advantage because there's only 2 of them.
These are the rats from your mind kitchen.
As they're coming after you again, Cleetus.
Hey, my mind kitchen is spotless.
That's
Except
yeah.
he's
Another nat 20. I'm wasting them here because these creatures don't get critical hits. So yeah, you see these creatures come at you.
Another natural 20.
Another natural 20. I shit you not.
I think he's
Well,
I'm such a lucky son of a bitch.
He's die loaded, I swear.
Yeah. There are only 2 of them this time, so it's only 2d4 instead of 3. That's 6 damage total as they're kind of clawing at your ankles and they're still around you.
Hold you up to this.
No, he's not got that.
Tom's face was like legit.
Can I raise a gripe? You didn't say how do you want to do this to me.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Roll better tape.
You told me how you did it.
Technically,
Technically,
she's not dead.
No,
I don't
technically,
care.
the type of creature that it was wouldn't have counted.
I destroyed the mat.
Also, you did get to descriptively your divine smite change it up, so I think that kind of offsets.
Buddy.
I
Yeah.
like the line though.
You'll get it, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to
6 damage, please, Cleetus.
just take?
Cleetus is hurting real bad.
Cleetus got 4 health there.
Cleetus hurting real bad. Now it's Cleetus' turn.
Yeah, Cleetus is like, alright, you little fucks, I'm fucking done with you.
Gonna deal with you, lad. Deal with the triplets back up.
Right, so Cleetus is like, I want to keep one of these.
One rats, my T16.
I don't want to keep one of these rats for myself, so I'm gonna try mending because they're mechanical.
Right, you don't bring that to full health.
No, the one that's in peace, I want to try and mend it.
but in your own kind
It
of
won't work because they are technically creatures, and mending doesn't work on a creature.
Well,
No, I'm trying to.
Let me try.
Let me try. Can I try and mend it?
If not,
You can repair the broken one and physically put it back together. Doesn't mean it will work.
Can I?
Sure.
put it back together wrong.
That's an action, though. That's your whole
I
action.
just imagine that he's doing this as they're attacking him
Yep.
at the same time.
They're like clambering up his legs. So yeah, you can physically put the destroyed one back together, but it doesn't power on or do anything when you do. It's just it's like a lifeless thing now.
Can you put one in?
Imagine it's like the size of a chihuahua.
You just carry around a dead chihuahua.
Have you got anything? Couldn't you put one in your bag? With the noses.
It's just this little, it's just this little like mechanical statue thing that's not doing anything.
I'm getting a takeaway.
But you already took its nose off. So
That's your action, by the way.
No, I can put the nose back in.
You gotta go
That's
back
my
in.
bonus action.
No, that's your action.
Tom?
Casting the spell mending is casting a spell that's an action.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, but it's still an action to cast a spell.
So can I still cast a normal spell then? No?
Bonus action, if you got anything bonus action stuff, yeah, but that's your
Remember the
action.
other one.
kick it.
I want you to use Mage Hand to hold the other one in the air.
No, that's action.
Oh man, I have to look for bonus action quickly. What you doing?
Are we all just going to rush to your save for protection?
From the looks of it, because instead of fighting these things, he's trying to repair one of them.
Maybe said I was smart. I don't have any bonus actions. Tom, you really
Just gonna repair every single enemy through this whole
bonus action 2 weapon fighting.
Do you have a two-handed weapon? No, you don't. So, two-weapon fighting only counts if you've already taken the attack action, which you haven't.
Can you just fall over and belly flop on them? Was that a bonus action?
So for my movement, I'm gonna run through the other two.
You can charge through.
I'm gonna
see what
charge
happens.
through. I'm gonna hold my little come little buddy, I'm gonna take you home.
Where are you running?
Straight through those fucking things.
Sure.
Towards Brian. Brian, save me! Remember, I'm really big and stocky.
Sorry, in my mind, I want to get ingredients. I mean,
Oh, actually, make a concentration check for the wall for me, please. I forgot about that.
Fine, doesn't matter anymore.
Plus 10, it's a d20 plus con mod.
Okay. That's 8.
No, the spell drops, so the wall of the fake wall disappears, and
Oh no, all the enemies can see us.
you go running off this way. Are you running towards Brian?
No, I'm running over 2 onto 1 and 3. I'm just going straight through these fucking things.
Sure, that's not how damage works in D&D.
I'm a big boy.
Doesn't matter.
You should run. I would.
Doesn't. If you're running through them, opportunity attack.
I would say run.
Stop ruining my move.
How far are you running? I need to know how far you're running.
To the fire.
As fast as I can get towards Brian.
Sure.
Brian's
Just
anyway.
run in
Before you
a
do,
circle.
Brian's the other way. Brian's not towards the.
Have you really just killed yourself?
They get opportunity of attack because you've moved out of their threatened range.
Fuck.
Does a 15 hit you?
No.
Does a 15 hit you? Because I believe it does. That's another 2d4 because you've not killed him.
Oh,
Can I pass me anything?
He's fine.
2 damage.
You're so lucky.
As you go to run through them, you go to run across them, and they're just your ankles around your knees, trying to clamber up you as you run through them. You moved out of that threatened range. That's opportunity of attack.
So guys, that's not how you play D&D.
No, taking your whole turn to repair a thing you've just killed, and then attempting to run away from things that are trying to kill
You
you.
couldn't convince him. Look, I'm your friend.
From their
made
perspective, he
it.
just killed their brother and then put him back
And
together.
I said sorry.
And then just held his corpse and
I feel like at this point, the fact that none of you are disturbed, you can all drop out of initiative purely because otherwise there's all of you around. I don't want to waste time
Okay,
going through
can I
turns just to kill these two little
Can I just
creatures.
charge
So yeah,
them?
you can just charge these two little creatures left and just stab
No,
them.
they're organic, aren't they? You
No.
said they can't be mended because they're technically creatures.
No, they can't be mended.
So they can be
but they can't.
mended, but they can't be brought back to life.
Okay. I'll just swing down my axe on them.
They're just you can just. They're just
That's that
minions.
bowling
So
ball. Still there.
Can I
Get another strike.
Question: can I technically pick up the bowling ball because I have the two-handed combat as well? Can I just pick up the bowling ball and then break
you
out
can
one
just
and then
literally. You
smash
can
the
just
other one?
two-handed weapon is you use one weapon with two hands.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, just get
Two-handed weapon.
Just find another big
Yeah, I'm just
rock.
gonna axe them.
Yeah, you can just literally Cleetus, as you see Cleetus kind of running away, holding this one that he's save me, boys! You just walk up to them and just
I have child.
and just slam the axe into the top of the two of them, just like they're dead. These tiny little creatures.
I take their noses. I've actually pulled the whole heads.
Yeah, you can successfully kill through these creatures, and that is the end of combat. Well done.
Oh, we made it, guys.
That combat felt like it took over a month.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Did.
Have no idea what you're talking about. That was instant.
Do we have to ensure Cleetus doesn't know that it's dead? Do we need to give him the idea that it's alive, it's a pet now? What's his name?
So yeah, you see Cleetus is just holding on to this.
I'm gonna call it a spittoon.
Cleetus is just holding on to this little mechanical creature thing, and it's not alive. There's no like glow in its faceplate. It's been physically repaired, but there's no power or magical energy powering it anymore. It's just this little creature that's it's just like one of the old style rubber sapien dogs, like a little like puppeteer thing. Just
I'm gonna have to go on hold
like
question.
blank stare, like blank stare behind its dull and like the little like facial slits that it has. But it's not quite as soft as that.
Just twisting his head off.
What's the master men? What's the big guy's name?
Alright,
Lenny.
This is
it's like the Rock.
this is my boy Spittoon now. I found him earlier. They're trying to hurt me, but all good things come to an end, and he just has to live now.
After sheathing his sword, walking over to Cleetus and making sure he's okay. And Arthur clocked that he saw Cleetus knew what happened to Minerva. Does anyone notice that?
Unless he said anything, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to collect the skulls of the Warforged minus their noses.
What one you going up to first?
Do now, which I'm just going to collect them all.
I'm asking.
I'll take the heavies.
Heavy. So you go up to it and you go to what? Start fucking around with it?
I just grab its head with my hand.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm not going to chop my hand.
No, make a dexterity saving throw.
Do it.
Make a dexterity saving throw. As you go to fuck around with the creature, make a dexterity saving throw. At the last second, Arthur, you hear that unmistakable voice in the back of your head. As he goes to do this, at the very moment that this happens, you hear that voice tell him no, and then make the dexterity saving throw.
Got
9, fail. So you see, as you go to fuck around with this creature, you see the kind of faint glow within its chest. You see, as this kind of magical energy explodes out. And you're gonna take, where is it?
Did your boy. Where is the child that was with us?
He's hiding behind one of the. Oren hears this and continues at the moment. 9.
I thought we were safe.
As you see, you go to fuck around with it, you go to mess around with it, and you see its magical sort of energy core. When you get like up to it and start messing around with it, like this magical energy comes out, and you take 9 force damage as it blows into you.
They have the
and
martyrdom.
the body of the creature that's left has been like exploded open. You know, like old style cartoons where the barrel of a shotgun would explode open. It's like and it's just like scraps of metal left of the heavy now.
Is the head still intact?
No, the whole creature. It's just scraps of metal. That's the force damage that
Is
hit
it from the heavy?
Yep.
Thomas.
Are they all gonna explode?
Thomas, you need to go there. Arthur gave me the nose ready.
Yeah, but I wanted the head.
Hey Thomas, I have some feet. Do you want some feet?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, I know something.
At the very second that you see Thomas walking over to the creature and go to mess with it, that's where you hear the voice in your head saying, "No, tell him to."
And then I turn around like top.
Doesn't he take damage?
No, so that's the end of the fight. But you guys are walking around. He already said he'd walked away.
Cool, I'm just gonna talk to him. Everyone, come here. I got something to tell you.
Hey guys, I think you go first.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Thomas, are you okay?
I just puffed some smoke out my mouth.
Don't worry about him. I'm the one that's hurting.
Yeah,
Spittoon over here. The lady died.
As you see Arthur, the voice in your head, you recognise will say, "It's very clear whether they've been booby-trapped in some form. I would not attempt to tamper with them, as your friend has just found out."
Can I just ask one little tiny question, right?
What?
Which is, on everyone's bonus actions, they've taken a nose triangle out of every single one of them. So why is it now when I go to take a hit, it blows up?
Because you messed with the rest of
Because it's called a timer.
There we go. There we go.
Consequence of my actions chasing me right now.
Hey, so right guys, that Minerva lady, she's like among Minervas, and I kind of recognized that magic she was using was it wasn't her. There was somebody conjuring her image to make her look like that.
It was a copy of her.
Yeah, it was a copy. The copy of her made her seem like a bit of a realistic, and she could manifest the action, but it wasn't really her. So
You would know the way the spell works is that when someone casts it and they create a double of themselves, it's a complete double of them. The only thing it can't do is heal or regain expended energy. Once it's used, and you know that they're made from snow.
yeah, what he said.
Fake lady.
Okay, this is troubling. That means there could be more nearby, and I don't think we're in any form or shape to fight any more
Since we use,
right now.
I can take on some rats.
I think we need to move quickly.
Just when you hear Oren from behind the bush he was hiding in,
Oh yeah, I forgot.
are they all gone?
Yep, you're safe, Oren. Come out
He
now.
comes walking over on his little dishevelled child in his little robes. I recognised her voice. She was there when everybody else died.
I hate to tell you this, kid. She was your mother.
She wasn't. You saying these mean things.
You're adopted.
Stop saying stuff, Thomas.
Now you're adopted.
Thomas, stop
Thomas.
it now. Come on. Okay, everybody, let's move. Let's get out of here.
Please, his new pet.
You're gonna give him the pet.
Well, everyone's walking away. He's got one more spell, so I go silent image and I pop her up again. Karl, watch this.
Have you got one more spell slot to spend on
I
it?
do. I don't have silent image on my
Sure. So what, Minerva pops up?
right in front of these guys. As they're walking, I just pop an image of them walks from behind a tree.
Yeah, so you see there's the image of the snake woman you've just fought slither out from behind the tree. What'd you do?
I'm going into combat.
You pull my sword up here. The back! Just take a swing.
It swipes through her.
I want to make a constitution saving throw not to piss himself.
Yeah, sure, he'll make one. See if he wets himself. Fail, yeah, he wets himself. He's like, he like stumped, like jumps down behind another bush. And you take your sword out, it just swipes through this creature, and unless you choose to react, it just swipes through and doesn't do anything.
No, when he spawns
He'd see that it's fake, yeah.
You reveal the illusion.
I'll just,
But Brian, what do you do?
It's just kind of stood there.
Slam down again. Ah!
Can Thomas?
And I'm like,
Honestly,
this is awesome.
Thomas sees Cleetus and he just spits like he laughs back fire out of his mouth, like he just doubles over and starts laughing uncontrollably and fire.
Like, yeah, I'm just like, I'm wounded as fuck, I'm bleeding. I'm just like, yeah, that was funny.
To be clear, the fire is directed at the ground, not on a person.
That's
before
fine.
you decide to damage someone.
Thank you for clarifying.
Does anyone help Karl up?
Yes.
He's still
good point.
He's still in the fire.
Karl, I forgot about you down there.
Get a bit warm over here.
I just go pick him up.
I will say, you have, Arthur, you would know, the area that you're in, you are now technically in enemy controlled territory now. Technically. From how far you've travelled from the front line, kind of behind, you know that the area that you was in, I'll put the,
DM God of everything, do we get a level?
no. So you'll see that where you
get a
are
long
currently,
rest?
you was
You
on
get a
the
long
front
rest?
lines.
Well, we have to choose to rest.
You was kind of here roughly. This is where the front lines were, and you've made your way this way. And when it moves, this is the direction that you've been travelling in, and you know that now. As you pass through this kind of clear, this massive, this the edge of these kind of forests here, you'd know that this is where the controlled, resistance-controlled lands will probably end, and you'll be crossing into enemy territory.
Cool, okay.
Now, yeah. this elven city of Cormint and the human kingdom have been cut off by enemy soldiers recently, and you would know that for you to travel, you've got a couple of options when it comes to travel for the next day or for the next couple of days to get to the mountain. You have two options. You can either travel slowly and it costs extra time, but if you travel cautiously and slowly, kind of, double checking everything as you go, one of you probably is going to have to help Cleetus walk with his broken leg. Karl walk with his broken leg.
My leg's almost broken.
Or if you don't want to sort of move quietly and carefully, there are going to be some checks involved, basically. So I'll leave it up to you as a group to decide whether or not you want to go slow and cautious, or you want to risk it, but there will be checks involved to decipher whether or not you encounter.
done anything.
I vote. I throw Cleetus again.
No, absolutely not.
Karl again. I throw Karl again.
You're about another day's walk from the bottom of the mountain that you are going to.
How many throws?
You're about another day's walk or so from the bottom of the mountain. You are going to have to cross in order to get to Cormint, like through the valley of the mountain range.
But Arthur, looking at towards, like, kind of weighing up his options, looking around, thinking what's the best way to go, and looking at, kind of looks towards the mountain, looks at Karl, and thinks, I think we could make it. Guys, I think the quickest route and probably the safest route is to maybe go through the mountain. We are in controlled territory right now. We are not in safe territory. This is Argo's territory right now. We need to move carefully, and I think the safest route to get to the Elven Kingdom is through the mountains. I know, Karl, you've got your busted leg, but I think Thomas can help you.
Why you volunteering me?
You're the one who threw him.
He asked for it.
It's your
He asked for
responsibility.
it.
It's your responsibility.
He's a grown man.
Your responsibility now. So,
I can try to carry him with my mage hand.
That ain't strong enough to lift a person.
I can try that.
You can try it.
Don't we have horses?
No.
Nope, not all the 6.
So I'm just going to piggyback Brian and Karl.
you don't need to piggyback Brian. Brian can walk.
Brian's little. His poor little feet got going.
Brian can walk. But yeah, I need a collective decision as a group, as the players. I need a decision as to whether you guys are going to travel slow and steady and be cautious, or you're going to risk it. But that will require some checks.
Risk it.
Will there be any biscuits if we risk it?
Yeah. Risk it for a biscuit.
Be honest.
Ask your baker.
I do feel that
I need a decision as the players.
I would say you would not want to go fast through a mountain. You would want to take your time and rest.
This is though.
And sleep.
So this is
I'd like
more
to take a short rest and just like
mechanically.
I'm taking
Mechanically, this is more whether, as you guys travel, if you take the slow and steady option, it's you're kind of checking, before you go into an open area, you kind of sit at the edge of the forest and you scan for a minute. This is more, you're kind of looking, being cautious as you travel. It's not a stealth check, but you are looking for tracks and seeing if there's movement of things in the area. You are looking at creatures flying around, if there's anything disturbing the wildlife or the birds or things like that. You're walking slower to accommodate for Cleetus' leg, or if you don't want to move slowly, then it's literally going to be a case of you are just sort of nonchalantly walking through the forest, not worrying about being out in the open. You're just taking direct paths. You're not hiding in tree lines and stuff like that. That's the kind of mechanic I'm going for.
Okay, just though, slow and steady. Who wants to vote slow and steady?
I'd say the straightest route is the best route because
it's the same path that you're taking, but it's how you're taking that.
Yeah, how we're taking it. I'm saying for slow and steady as well.
Be honest, I feel like you and me will look ahead and they'll just be in the back just dossing about creating mirror images. Also, I love that now we know that we can create Minerva as a mirror image. That'll be useful in the future.
Oh, can we actually can you do that?
Yeah, no. It's
mirror image creates a creature that you describe, and you can make it look like it's moving. It just doesn't make any. Silent image doesn't make any sound. That's all.
I think I've got a spell that allows you to be able to control and do the voice.
I wish I might.
It's silent image. Silent image. So anything as soon as you don't take the silent.
Anyway,
I can do anything that's 15 foot cubed.
Yeah. So if, like he made his wall that looked like a wall.
60-foot range, 50-foot cube. So I can basically plot
Make a tiny Minerva. Just a pop.
Yeah, I need a decision as to how you guys are travelling.
Slow and steady, so that's 2 slow and steady. That's a 3 slow and steady.
Yeah.
All it's going to cost you, so going slow and steady will just cost you time. It's going to take longer to get where you're going, essentially. But you can get there with the lower risk of encountering anyone else, of encountering more, until you find somewhere safer to be.
Until we've
At least we can get advantage on them if we do encounter them because they might.
I would not give them a surprise round on you, basically.
If we saw them and we decided to engage them, we would get advantage.
If you were to sneak up to it, yeah.
So if Brandon casts minor illusion to create the snake lady, and I use minor illusion to create her voice.
Minor illusion.
Because you can create a sound or an image. So if he creates the image, I create the sound.
Yeah.
Why don't you spell card? You
could combo it, yeah. Sure, you could combo the spell.
That's what happens if he rolls a 1.
You could combo the spell. You could definitely combo it.
I finally got that stuck shit off. I'm so happy now.
But yeah. So in that case, then I'm just gonna.
That's where you find.
So we're moving slow and steady towards the mountain.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there going to be any encounters?
We encounter.
Can we have a long rest, please?
Yes. We encounter Minerva's home.
So.
Honey, I'm home. Oh, the children.
No, cool. So, yeah, you manage to slowly make your way for the rest of the day, goes into the late evening, and you make your way towards the very bottom of the sort of valley that leads into the mountain range.
Can they throw me over now?
Only one way to find out, Karl.
Can you all roll a perception check for me?
Can we all have a long rest, please?
Ooh.
You just mean now in general.
Natural one.
Natural one.
Fucking glossy glacier.
Maybe it's because you're tired. You've had a hard battle.
I'm 2 health. I'm just
you're all struggling.
I forgot 15, sorry.
No,
16.
16.
Well, I got +2, so
Natural 20, sure. So yeah, Brian, you can see as you get into the valley where these hills kind of slowly, sort of like every mountain range or most mountain range would have this kind of like Lulland Valley at the bottom of them that lead up into the mountain range itself. You'd know, Arthur, that there is a pathway that leads through the mountain range. While this is technically Argo controlled territory, you'd have no intelligence to whether he has what or who he has stationed in this mountain range.
Right.
You know that you could roll a survival check for me, actually, being as you are from this area, really.
15.
15? Sure. With 15 I give you, so you know that if you were to go directly sort of climb the mountain and go over the mountain, that's the quickest way. There is a path that leads over the mountain, or if you look at the map there, you see the way the range is set up to have the smaller hill and mountains on the left and the larger mountain to the right. There is a valley that leads, like a pathway that leads through that is a lot less travelled because it is longer, but that is potentially, even though it may take longer to go that way, less of a chance of encountering someone on that path.
See, Arthur's thinking about this, and he's just thinking.
When there's sort of like late evening of the day there as well.
To actually climb a mountain, like a mountain range, we can go through.
Yeah.
But with his leg as it is, I think we'll have to take the mountain range. So.
With natural 20, Brian opens Google Maps and looks at the various traffic that might be in the area.
He opens Uber.
With your perception. It's the late evening, so with that natural 20 perception, you can see in the kind of Gulland Valley of that path that you've spoke about, Arthur, where that valley goes down and kind of ranges its way through the mountain range. You can see it's not close enough that it's going to be a problem yet, but you can only because you got a natural 20, Brian, you can just about make out probably a day and a half away from you is what you can see. It's kind of like very distantly smoke coming up from the valley, just like a smoke plume. It's only just visible. It's like very low light in the evening. You can just about make out the kind of like darkened smoke coming out of the top of the hills. You can see what you would probably discern as a campfire
where we're
of
going
some kind.
towards.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's smoke over there.
It's like a long ways off.
And
It's
oven.
and it's the late evening there as well.
They could be cooking people.
I think that's a nice place to
Long
leave
rest.
there for episode 5.
Yeah, so what time? Yeah, should we have a rest before we go?
So
we setting up a camp nearby?
yes, that's what I'm going to ask you. It's the late evening, so what are we doing for the evening?
I'm going to sleep. I'm sleeping.
Carl's going to rest his leg.
Are you preparing a campfire and stuff like that? Because that's stuff I need to know.
I blow some smoke. No, we're going to go no fire.
You're going to go no fire.
No fire.
Brian, can you cook stuff without fire?
In his mine kitchen again.
I'm out of mine kitchens.
I could probably give you one.
I take a poop and go sleep.
Yeah. Is anyone on guard duty for the evening? Are you taking turns with guard duty?
Arthur would take guard duty. I think you should take guard duty.
I'll take guard duty.
You can take turns in it and still get your long rest.
Like last time we did.
Yeah.
We will take turns.
Cool. Whoever goes first can have a perception check.
I'll go
Don't you have
first.
mine?
Okay.
Yeah, I've got minus 1.
Long rest.
Yeah, I've got minus 1. Oh, 18.
Nice.
18? Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, minus 1%.
For the evening, you the first half of the evening, you don't really. You just see kind of the birds and the night. You can hear the kind of like nightlife of the area around you.
There's a club in the distance. There's a rave.
You hear the kind of night bugs and stuff in the area, and then for the second half of the evening, can I please have
Perception from me.
Arthur's perception?
You're seriously flicking through it. I'm worried.
Pay no attention to what the DM does behind the screen.
Nat
here.
20, yeah. Just missing the zero.
Yeah. That's right.
What was it? What was your perception?
20.
It's 20 minus the 0.
It is a 3.
It's a 3.
Sorry, guys. I'm being truthful.
Teacher's pet.
Just like a turkey.
Because he got or he got 3.
I got 2 plus 1.
Yeah.
So the second half, the second half of the evening, it gets a lot colder. Where you're in a kind of bottom of the valley of a mountain, the wind kind of floods down and rushes through, making it a lot colder.
The longer I look at it, the more it annoys me.
You can see the what?
The river?
Makes no sense.
Are you moaning about my artistic vision?
The rivers.
What about?
They originate from a mountaintop. That's how rivers.
No, not all of them do.
They all do. They all go to a mountain.
I think you'll find the one on the left originates from the mountain on the left and flows down, and the one at the top flows down into the water.
Where the fuck's that one coming from?
Well, that one is
It's like
And where's that one coming from?
The top.
No, that's a lake.
The Aarakocra made a canal. The Aarakocra made a canal.
There's a lake, and the lake's
Kirby right
fed
now is
from the
looking at the
rivers.
map and pointing mistakes in the map.
How do you know that the other estuary isn't downhill of the main body of water from the other two?
Right.
Yeah, but it's
water snake.
We'll discuss this after,
I don't
because I need
think
to
the
continue
river
to end the
water
session.
fits its
Kirby wants to be the
balance.
geography teacher.
I need to end the session. So, the frozen winds set in, it gets a lot colder. Not so much snowy, but you get that like level of frost on the ground, and with no campfire, it's particularly cold. You would know that this kind of weather is going to make. Luckily enough, you've chosen not to go over the mountain, but this kind of weather would make it really hard to travel up the mountain, because it would only get colder. I rolled on a mountain encounter, and it just weather change. So
I stand by no fire. I feel as though it feels tension.
Yeah, no fires. Yeah, I would have said that as
Show
well.
mark it as a long rest.
you can mark it as a long rest.
Already did.
Your leg's still broken.
Your leg is still broken.
No,
we all
That
get to
doesn't
level
heal.
up.
No, you don't.
Actually, at this point, should we spend the time trying to heal you?
That's what I'm saying. If you would like to help him in a way, you can make a medicine check to attempt to make a splint or something to help him walk. Because so far, Thomas has just kind of put his arm around you and helps you hobble along. But you can make a splint or something.
I've got these feet from the other thing. Do you want one of them?
You did, but again, travelling with it would probably loosen and...
Oh, I see. Okay.
Can I do my own medicine check?
One of you can make the medicine check, so pick one of you to make the medicine check.
Thomas, you've already rolled, so...
Yeah?
But I was going to ask who's got pluses or minuses to medicine. What's everyone's medicine?
Well, you've already rolled, so...
You've rolled.
I rolled.
Or one of you can help someone else and give that person advantage.
I rolled 13. If I can give someone else... If anyone's got...
Someone can help you and it would give you advantage, so you just get to roll with
You can
advantage.
roll again.
Yes. I'll help you.
So no,
Sure,
he gets advantage. You don't roll it, he just gets advantage.
I'll go with 13.
13 plus your medicine.
Was plus my medicine.
You got 14 plus minus 1.
Ah, okay, right, yeah. So you see that you can kind of you take the wood that was bandaged to his leg before, you tighten it back up, you sort it back out so he can at least sleep comfortably for the night. It's not going to help him walk, but it's going to stop his leg moving so much in the night as he sleeps.
We try again in the morning.
I'll let you know I will let you know in the next episode. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for joining us for episode 5 of Legends of Vertraer, and we hope to see you all again soon. Say goodbye to our beautiful audience, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Levita Zane, and we'll see you all again next time on Legends of Vertraer.
Arr.
Legends of Vertraer is Thomas Creighton as our DM, Matthew Humphrey as Brian Blumpton, Chris Wheeler-Ward as Thomas Krayt Draken, Brandon Walters as Cleetus Banjo, Kirby Downey as Karl Banjo, and myself, Sam Hawkins, as Arthur Valbirith. If you liked listening to our podcast and wish to support us, then the best way to do that is over on our Patreon, where you can find at patreon.com/Legends of Vertraer pod, where you also get tons of extra bonus content and perks, such as access to our community Discord, a chance to name one of our NPCs we encounter on the campaign, ad-free episodes, post-chat episodes called Vertraer Cast, and much, much more. You also get your name shout out at the end of every episode, just like these two amazing Patreons, Callum and They Call Me Josh. If you have made it this far, then thank you for listening. Our X/Twitter is at VertraerCast, our Instagram is Legends of Vertraer, and our YouTube channel is youtube.com/@VertraerPodcast. Next episode will be out on the 2nd of May on all platforms, and for our Patreons, the 30th of April.